Mike O'Mara, Radio Entertainment. You can listen to The Mike O'Mara Show at MikeO'MaraShow.com.
Let's get started.
It's The Mike O'Mara Show with Mike O'Mara, Oscar Santana, and Robb Spiewak. Now, here's Mike.
Well, for the better part of a couple of weeks, I've been showing you these virtual backgrounds, and now there's a segment of the listening audience, the looky-loos, the detail observers that are going to have big, giant woodies today, because this is the real deal, and back of me is the real deal where I sleep, ladies and gentlemen.
Hot.
Along with Mrs. O'Mara. Don't start.
I know.
Is she still under the covers?
She's under the
The
bed.
bed has been stripped
can't see.
for departure.
Oh.
And we, I have to say something.
Did you
Look,
build a fort or anything with the blankets?
I mean, it must get chilly.
I know.
Look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 different layers of
That's laundry.
insulation.
That's
laundry.
packed-
Okay,
that's
I'm
clean
sorry. Oh.
laundry ready to go in the
Oh.
suitcase.
Okay, forgive us. We thought
Mine,
they were blankies.
They look like blankets.
Yeah.
You will see the. But if we can, okay. Now, can we not focus on that
Excuse
now for
me.
a second?
It's a great video,
Because
though.
Robb is one of the same people that's in the audience that's doing. That's all Robb is doing now is looking at the background and analyzing it. And you are too. Stop. I want
Mike,
to tell you something.
All I
Yes.
want to do is see where you sleep and then wear your skin. That's it.
Probably true. Probably true. Oh, and I didn't turn off my my Wi-Fi. Sorry.
Oh, please do that.
It's
I can
okay.
do that right
It's
now.
okay.
There we go.
What happened to your Xbox we got you that was up there?
How much better was that?
Noticeably better.
I thought your Xbox was hanging on the wall. Maybe it fell off. Fell off the wall.
Ah, that's a long time ago.
Yeah.
That's a long time ago. And now that I did that, you guys have frozen on me.
It'll come back in a second.
It's propagating.
Yeah, just take a moment.
Yeah.
Then it'll go.
I'm waiting to see your.
Are you
pretty
plugged
faces.
into? There we go.
Oh, that's
See?
perfect.
Boom, bam.
I have to tell you, look, I just have to give credit where credit is due. The idea of traveling with my bride, I've never been with anybody that is just so, she is a friggin' whirling dervish. I mean, I'm sitting here doing this show, and I do it without any concern at all about timing and getting on the road. We have a little, a window that we definitely have to get out by to get down to Boston, because I'll tell you about that later, because it's a good thing. But I have to say that, man, oh man, she's like I would imagine she would be good in nomadic tribes that
Really?
pick up stakes like at the moment's notice. I remember the movie Patton. Remember when the tanks are rolling and you see that?
Look, Mike, I don't want to I have nothing but love for Carla, but we each of us have responsibilities in life. You make sure that, the mortgage is paid.
Yeah,
and
bread on the table.
when you arrive, that there's a place to, lay your head.
She's not around now. Otherwise, I would tell her to come in and give you a message.
I understand.
Where is she? So
But let's
busy.
not lose.
Downstairs, probably.
It's a
okay.
team effort, is what I want to highlight.
Well,
here.
look, this is not a normal.
This doesn't
isn't
happen
like,
without your fame and effort.
In that order.
This is not. See, this is ball busting for her, and it puts me in a good mood. Unlike Robb analyzing the room, which puts me in a bad mood. And I have to say, though, it's so friggin' easy to travel.
She does make it easy for you. Yes, that is true.
It is so
Yeah.
because here it is. This is primarily now an income generating thing for us.
An investment.
As it should be.
Yeah.
What we do. So we don't leave. You don't leave like it's your house. You leave
Oh,
like
no.
you're a renter.
Yeah.
You leave, and there's a tremendous amount of stuff that we bring out from our little closet. Like anybody who's ever done this has a timeshare or anything like
I've
that.
learned from well, first, if you buy a second property, the majority of people that can do that have to cover the costs as best as possible. So it's a rental, right? It's just a rental property.
In most cases, I mean,
Yeah.
everybody's got a different
Yeah.
deal.
Well,
I mean, those
how about
people
this?
that
How about
have
this?
those people
that are not
have,
wealthy have
the
a
wealthy
rental
can,
property.
can have two houses and
Yeah.
and,
And
they
not
can have
worry
eight,
about-
eight
yes.
houses and roll in and roll out.
Right.
whenever they
We are
want
not
to.
wealthy.
And
you
I'm
are not wealthy.
Right.
And so we actually have
Correct.
to utilize it for, and it really has been managed by our friend Susan, who does just a ton of places, and there's a reason for it because she's the best at it. and she does a great job with us. But when you're leaving, it's kind of leaving like you are moving. You know,
Well,
sure.
You're getting out lock, stock, and barrel, and that's what it is.
Mike,
you know?
it's also. I remember we were having an off-air conversation, and it's not going to embarrass you. It's just going to give I think the listeners a little foresight into your mind. When you bought this place, is during a time first pre-pandemic.
Yeah.
Second,
Well,
you were
before.
hoping because of Michael primarily to reignite and reconnect to your family, and then.
God, sometimes he's got a memory that's just like uncanny.
I know. It's one of his delightful aspects.
You know, I have to give you some credit. This is going to serve in our next discussion where I say something hasn't happened and you say it has. This is going to give you more credibility because you have a memory of almost exactly what. Well, go ahead, finish.
Thank you.
Because I'll accept it. But it's really kind of like, wow, he really pays attention.
At times.
But it's everything he's saying is true.
Yeah, thus far.
So I remember it was because we were having this conversation. I was like, is this a smart decision financially? Why of the decision, and that you really wanted Michael to be able to experience a connection to the extended family, and you wanted to reignite and reconnect with your family.
Yeah.
And you were very concerned with the ability to rent this house at that time and place simply because it just was hit or miss. It was hit or miss. And then the pandemic happened.
Mm-hmm.
And at that time where you were, while there was so much negative that came through, there were a few silver linings. One of them happened to be if you had a vacation home, you could actually rent them.
Yeah, and it slowed talking to people up here. Overall, I have to be honest.
Yes.
Well, because your extended family, they were all anti-maskers, and that made it harder to rent it.
They had the parade. I went to the parade in Bar Harbor.
Yes.
By the way, Rob, nothing could be further from the truth.
I know.
That's why it's so funny.
And I will say that, is it Robert F. Kennedy Jr. that's running for president?
Yes, he is. Yes.
Right? And what did the guy say in the parade route? It's so New England up here as the parade comes in. They had a bunch of Kennedy 2024 signs, and there's this group of people. And a guy goes by, like deep in the crowd, goes, "Let's hear it for vaccines," because he's an anti-vaxxer, and it was funny. It was
a
funny
wackadoo.
But so it slowed down in general up here, which is, I guess, not the same rush. At the same time, though, businesses have started up here.
Yes.
The economy seems to be growing up here, which is great news. But the rental, just sitting here, it's not quite what it was.
But you'll take it. It's better than you anticipated overall, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I'm happy with that.
Yeah.
And then so if things change, and then coming up here is probably fewer times now than it used to be. It's not what it would be. And also your son gets older, and there are commitments that you have back home, which we have to do.
I was telling Mike that, or we were.
Yeah,
Rob and I in the pre-show meeting.
Yeah,
that we said that he should actually savor the time he has in Maine because this is probably his last trip, and we're doing some rough math.
That's not
you.
True
You
all.
may. I know you're excited to get back home, but you may want to think about extending it.
Because
if it is the last time,
we said, Carla's business
Can't do it, Rob. There's somebody knocking on the door tomorrow.
It's starting. See, so there's business that Carla's starting up.
Yeah, that's true.
And she's going into a brand new space down
brick
where
and
she is.
mortar.
So we've got commitments.
So she's got commitments. Michael is growing up, and in 4 years he's going to have that teen schedule that doesn't allow for just I'm off to Maine for a couple of weeks.
Exactly.
Right.
And Mike's going to want to be a part of that.
Mm-hmm.
So that'll be it. This is it.
But it's not. Look, it's neither what I maybe fantasized about and expected, nor the worst part either. It's right there where it's a great place to come. I have tremendous family
It's
here.
sunny today.
Yes.
I get emotional. Not quite. It's still a little gray out. It's been a string of weather. They're talking about this maybe being summer long up here, so I feel for the people that are going to be up here. But I don't
has that
know.
ever happened that they would?
Yeah, it's an El Nino. You get low pressure after low
I hate
pressure after
kids.
low pressure. It was clear enough to show the fireworks, but Mrs. O'Mara and I, did you say you hate kids?
El Nino is a bad joke. I'm moving on. So.
El Nino.
Spanish puns.
we went to
love
bed. First time ever. We went to bed. We were wiped out from the night before. We had too much evening the night before. And then Michael went off with Elizabeth and Connor. And when Elizabeth and Connor came back, because they didn't like where they were standing down the street, they wanted to go somewhere else, take the car and drive somewhere with a better vantage point. Michael bagged it. Said, I'm tired.
A kid did that?
A kid.
That's wild. How much
kid.
did he have to drink?
He's excited about tonight.
Yes.
Because he will be, for the very first time, and Daddy's excited too, he will be setting foot in Fenway Park in Boston tonight. And
Wait.
Everybody shout.
You just spent the majority of last week bragging how you could have gone to Fenway and you didn't go.
Yes.
well, there was one very important factor
Okay.
that played into the trip.
What's that?
And why don't you ask me what I paid for?
Oh, at the cost
for these tickets.
Well, last week when we both were in Boston, 2 ships, it was Yankees Red Sox weekend,
okay.
right?
Yeah.
What would be an average cost for the tickets?
We went 10 years ago. A decade ago almost. You and I went to Yankees.
Do you remember
Red
what
Sox.
they cost
Yes,
back then?
$350.
Yeah, and we were way up high,
Yes,
right?
$350.
Yeah.
Nosebleeds.
We were really.
Yes.
Oscar and I were way up high.
Is that
They
when
were
you
nice
had the
'cause we
big
a-
green beer holder?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was
But they were
dating
nice
another- I was
tickets, right?
dating another lady. I remember.
I remember
Yes,
too.
yes.
They were nice tickets, right?
Yeah, they were beautiful.
But they were
tickets.
way up high.
They were way
Yeah.
up high. Yes.
And but
Mike kept
down close,
commenting on her cleavage.
Yeah, she
It was
lovely.
so funny.
We had a good time.
Sounds
Lots of
like
beers.
it.
Lots of beers. Beer. Lots of beers. And then down, Oscar, what would you have figured down close would have been, right?
Oh, easy, like, $5 to
$6,
$500 to
maybe.
$600, double that money.
$1 million.
Well, Yankees Red Sox
It's a thing.
today.
That is a
It
thing.
still is a thing.
I think
Yeah.
you'd easily pay $1,000 and not be shocked.
Yeah, I would think so.
Probably for the A-list,
Yes,
A-list
like
right down on
the
the field
Lexus
thing.
seats or Delta Club seats.
So, I am here
TWA.
to tell you that the tickets for tonight's game, we are going to be sitting for the first time ever for me in the right field bleachers.
Oh, wow, that's fun.
Yeah.
Now, they're not bleachers. I don't think they're bleachers where you're sitting on a bench.
Yeah.
I think they are actual seats, but it's the right field.
Yeah, but I think you can get away with
seats.
calling them bleachers.
I am so excited about it. Would
Who
you
are
like
you
to know what I
playing?
paid?
Wait, who are you playing?
Texas Rangers.
What are the Rangers? Where are they? Where are they
AL
at?
West leaders.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but Texas doesn't travel as well as Boston.
Nope. Not a chance.
So
It's the reason I went.
4th of July weekend.
Yes.
A lot of people out of town at their wealthy home houses for the summer. So there's just tourists.
It's cool out there on
Let's
the
do that
point.
math.
Yeah.
Bleacher, no real seat, but still an experience.
Can we do this
limited.
can we do this like Card Sharks? He'll give a number and then I'll say higher or lower.
Great.
Okay.
I say it or you say it?
I say it.
Okay. All right.
3, 2, 1. 300.
I say lower.
And what do I do?
You
say
reveal the
ding,
number.
Ding or not. Yeah.
Oh, well, I can't play.
Okay.
Oh,
God
well,
damn it.
Well, I can bung it. Do you want a ding or a buzz? I almost said
Ding.
a bung.
No,
Okay.
the lower is a ding.
Okay.
Lower is a ding.
Aha!
There's no way you paid less than $100.
And that's how you play Card Sharks.
Yes.
Yeah. How much did you pay actually?
Oh, you want to know? We're going right
no,
to
we
it?
want to know. Yeah.
Yeah.
$51 a ticket.
They're giving them away.
No, there's going to be a problem.
What do you mean? Why is there going to be a problem?
Did you go through a service?
Yeah. Where did you
Yeah.
buy what service?
I don't want to say.
I mean, no one's going to.
Vinny's tickets.
Oh, Vinny's good.
Is it a reputable dealer?
Totally reputable. I was a client when I sold my tickets.
Okay, fine.
Oh, okay.
So
All
you
right.
have the tickets in hand.
They're on my phone.
Did it go through the MLB?
What is the O? What is it? That's how people get into games nowadays, Oscar.
Did it come to you via the MLB app, or is it through the website that this Vinny has?
They came to me via email.
Oh, electronic mail, and it had a QR code?
And I also had it's got a QR code.
Okay.
Did it have a .mlb.ru address?
Major League Russian Baseball?
I am not going to engage. I'm not going to indulge you with phony stress over something that I don't need to be stressed about.
I have been told for MLB games, you have to go through MLB.com.
Yeah.
No,
They have their own
not
app
true.
and
But,
everything.
maybe that's just big marketing.
We're fine. We're fine.
I had to go through MLB.com to get my McCartney tickets because it was on an MLB property.
Ah, interesting.
Yeah.
Look, if there's a problem, you'll be the first to know. You'll be the first to know tomorrow morning.
$51
when we reconvene and with a much worse connection in Boston. There we go.
MLB.com does have a racket, with all due respect. I believe that you know how to buy tickets. You're actually a broker of your own in your own right at one time in your life. I remember that.
Yeah, I know when it's
legit. Do you? I know when it's legit.
I do.
Every day's a learning experience.
My question to you is this:
What?
When you saw 51, did you see other tickets of that ilk around that price, or was that just like, wow, I better get these now?
No, I saw them cheaper this morning.
You did.
So,
oh,
okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I mean, they're the cheapest tickets always.
Let me see. Let me see. I'm gonna go here on old StubHub.
it's definitely cheaper.
Funny you mentioned that site.
As Julia just returned from Los Angeles, she went and saw an Angels game.
No.
And I think their tickets were $28. And I said, "How was the game?" She said, "Fantastic. There was a cat loose on the field."
There you go.
$28 in LA?
Yeah, I think so.
That's not bad.
No,
What
not
more
at
do
all.
you need? Yeah.
Is baseball
Major League Baseball's
dying?
come around. Baseball's dying.
I don't
Well, think of
remember
also-
getting tickets that low in my life.
Think about the number of seats
Now
and the
with all
number
that,
of games.
if I was going to go anywhere close to the field or decent like access to some of those club levels or anything, it would have been over $100.
Yeah.
Easy over 100, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you think you'll catch a ball?
It would be the greatest thing in the world. We are 6 rows back in the bleachers.
Okay, so it's
behind
conceivable.
The bullpen. It would have to be a pretty good poke to be, but
it's
But it
conceivable.
is completely conceivable.
Oh, good. I hope that happens. That'd be good.
Wouldn't that be? Well, I mean, what are the odds? But I mean, wouldn't how it's just kind of cool.
Hey,
Never
Mac.
been out there. You know.
And remember, if it's a home run from the Rangers, you got to throw it
This
back.
is when you use the internet to go to StubHub and type in Red Sox tickets,
I
and
can
then
do
you
that.
pull it up behind us on the screen. Mac and I installed a whole new system for the video. He actually has a whole video system on his end.
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Really?
And then you pull pricing from StubHub.com right there, and you pull it up on the screen for us. All right?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Mac.
So it's. I mean, I'm really look. I have a picture of my young daughters walking into Fenway for the first time. My son's a lot older for his first visit, and it's going to be great. He's so excited.
How pumped is he?
He's the only reason we did it is because he's super pumped.
Oh my God, he's right.
Yeah.
It's from $20, $22, $35.
Yeah.
Are the Red Sox terrible?
They're not great. They're in the hunt for the wild
I've
card.
never seen such low numbers.
I've never seen them either. That's why we're going.
Oh my God. This is from
Yeah.
the official marketplace, MLB.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you technically overpaid.
Well, he paid because he bought early.
How about yesterday?
Yeah, it's always fun to check what you could have gotten them for.
Yeah, take
I've
that
done that
off
a
the
lot.
screen now, please. Just put a Red Sox logo up or something. I love this stuff.
Yeah.
You know? Wow. Now you should find a picture of Carl Yastrzemski and put it on. Now I'm going to start utilizing
please.
our new tool.
Yes, find a picture of old Yaz or young Yaz.
Older young Yaz doesn't
Carl
matter. No,
Yastrzemski.
not old Yaz. I don't want old Yaz. Oh, don't make me sad. Don't make me
Why
sad.
does
Rob.
old Yaz give you? There you go.
you go.
Yeah.
Boom, bam. There you go.
Full screen picture.
Full screen. Give him a full screen picture. There you go.
Full screen. There he is. There he is in the 70s.
There you go.
There he is. There he is.
See how
Look,
wonderful
that's
is?
pretty old.
Carl
Yes.
Yastrzemski.
No, that's
Carl Yastrzemski.
When was he famous?
70s.
He
60s
still
and 70s.
is.
Oh. I didn't
He's
know.
he's a legend.
You know who I am? A
Still
Cal
alive.
Ripken Jr. guy.
Yeah, well, there's
Old
another legend.
Iron Man.
Yeah.
There are a few. That's
I like
baseball
Ty
still has
Cobb.
legends. Of course you like Ty Cobb.
You're
The most racist baseball player.
No, the funniest baseball player because he's old.
You're a mark for Cobb.
So he
Honus
couldn't be more
Wagner.
excited. And
Honus Wagner is also good.
You got a Honus Wagner jersey at home?
Yeah.
Honus Wagner. Isn't
made
that the
of
most
straw.
expensive? Isn't that the most expensive?
Yes.
Hi, I'm over here. Isn't
oh,
that
hi,
the
Mike.
most
Sorry.
expensive? I don't want to interrupt you two while you're
doing
chatting.
shtick.
Isn't that the most expensive baseball
It
card?
is.
It is. I think it was printed on leather.
Okay.
Old. I'm talking old.
It is. It is the most expensive baseball card.
And it came, I know this, it came in a pack of cigarettes because that used to be how they distributed baseball cards before gum.
For kids?
Well, no, for
No.
everybody. All
I thought
collectors.
baseball cards were for children.
Well, they can be, but in those days, they distributed in a pack of cigarettes.
Mac, this is when you pull up the Honus Wagner card. You don't just stop working because we stopped asking.
Yeah, work them like a toilet.
Yeah.
This is good.
Yeah.
This is fantastic.
Yes.
I love this.
I don't know if the
love
toilets,
this.
though.
Mac,
No, that was on the job description, wasn't it?
We're going to work you like a toilet.
Hey, Mac.
Now
Yes.
he's got to hit that button.
Mac, can I ask you a question?
Sure.
So, Mac, I think the SOP should be anything we're talking about. You have carte blanche. You don't have to be instructed to do it.
Yes.
But I will tell you this. Let me
Full
ask
screen.
you this. Before you put it up, all right, can you get there it is.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now, so my question to you, Mac, when we're having
Yes.
a discussion about Honus Wagner and you zero in that picture you have, can we avoid seeing all the searching that you're doing so you just put up a Honus Wagner card?
Yeah. Yeah, because I can
That's
just...
the way you should do it.
Yeah, 'cause
I don't
I
want
can
to
just
see
go to
you
a
searching
banner.
little thumbnails. I want it to be the final product, and then you pop it up. And if you don't get it, you don't get it.
Right.
But if we're talking about Carol Channing, and we're having a discussion about Carol Channing, and we're going back and forth, and there are plenty of people in our listening audience that probably have absolutely no clue who Carol Channing is, and the only way that they would really track with our discussion
Yes.
about Carol Channing would be if they saw a picture of Carol Channing. He got it. I'm a happy man today.
Mike, this is what you've asked for forever, and now it's happening.
I'm beyond excited. I am. But
Yes.
thank you, Oscar. Thank you, Mac. Thank you guys for this. This is the enchilada right here. I've been wanting to do this forever, and then Robb's motivated to run some audio from Carol Channing, and I just pulled that out of my behind, my big fat Irish behind. This is spectacular. This is- oh my
Yes.
God, this is great. And then he goes back automatically. He goes back to the logo.
Yes.
He's got it.
Girls grow old and we all
It's an evolution.
That's young Carol Channing right there.
Yes,
All right,
this
we
is
don't
what
have-
Broadway,
Yes.
Mike.
But anywho, so my son is super excited, and then Oscar, I'm on the fence because my love of baseball has waned, like many people in the last
Yes.
few years, and we're taking a walk, or we're throwing the football in the backyard, and I'm throwing the football. I said, Michael, these tickets are going to maybe be expensive. Do you really? Do you even know about the Red Sox? And he proceeds to give me spew out starting members of the Boston Red Sox, which I didn't even know. All right, like Duran and Verdugo and Sale and all. I know some of these names, but he's rattling them off, and I'm like, the kid is
How did he
sports crazed.
did he
right now.
research them, or are they
He's
on
just-
Sports Center, or how does he do it?
No, he's just got a brain that takes in all this stuff, and he's fantastic with it. So
He's into it, so you can.
Then the
do it. Yeah,
cell,
like, all right.
then the cell was Mama.
Yeah.
Because I didn't want to go without her. I didn't want to be in there if she wasn't coming along, because we're on the road, and I don't want her sitting in the house in Boston. And,
Right.
and I wanted to. So the three of us are going to be going, and I couldn't be more thrilled and excited about that.
Did you
And then,
invite Kathy?
What's that?
Did you invite
no,
Kathy?
she's going to be up here. She's
Oh.
going to be up here. We're staying at her hotel, which is very nice of her.
Oh, that's sweet.
she's a
Carla has
Boston
been
resident.
Carla has been to Fenway, yeah.
Multiple times.
Okay,
yeah.
good.
Yeah, she has. So, it's still, it's still the history. It's still my history. It's still an important part of my life. And it won't take me 5 seconds when I walk into that stadium to have it all rush back.
Remember,
It's still
gift
a
shop
Red Sox
before
fan.
the game.
Right.
Yeah,
or
because
after
they've
the
got,
game.
that street that's open,
Oh,
right? They
yeah.
closed down the street, Oscar, outside. So that's the deal. And I couldn't be more excited. Now, before we get away from ourselves here, I want to make sure that I correct something from the show of a couple of days ago when I had the family dinner, and I told the joke about the chemist in Ireland. Teddy wants credit for that joke. He gave me crap at breakfast the other day for not giving him credit. So, Ted O'Mara, that is the joke from Ireland, from A Trip to Ireland. I believe he got that joke, and there it is. Thank you.
I shall. Whenever you mention Teddy, I will always think of when I was up there with my son Robert, and we had a lobster feast, which was incredible. And Robert had never seen such a meal, and Teddy was next to Robert, which was great. And he said, Teddy says to Robert, once you get the meat out of that claw, that's not very good. You probably should give that to me.
Guess what procedure Teddy had a couple of days ago? The same one you guys had in New Orleans, Louisiana.
Oh, procedure.
He got a waxing.
Oh, really?
Got a waxing.
A nose
It was
waxing?
So
Oh.
fun. Nose waxing and an ear
How does
waxing.
he feel?
He comes to we go over to Bar Harbor. We go. It's kind of scuddy weather, so we go by car. And we're gonna meet Teddy and Mandy, his wife, over in Bar Harbor. And we go in and we see them walking into the same little breakfast joint. I think one that you guys and we all went to because we all go to the same place.
Duncan.
And Teddy comes up like real cool.
Funny.
Paul got it too.
Yeah.
Paul got. Carla was brought her little. Went to Walmart.
That's so
bought a little
sweet.
wax pot.
Yeah.
Heated it up and nailed
him.
everybody on the point.
Wax
It
pot.
was fun. This was a good time. I had a wonderful stay up here. I really did.
You're technically leaving early.
Yeah.
The weather is
frightful.
Well, yeah, maybe by a day.
Yes.
But I didn't want to do it in one day. We're flying out tomorrow. So, yeah, not really. We stayed the first few days with that weather. We kind of after the Colburns left, we were like, oh my god, what are we gonna do? But
did you keep typing the same sentence over and over again?
All work and no play makes Jack a dull boy.
I know it's a horrible
Here's
thing.
Johnny.
I want to get some clarification here. Where do you watch the fireworks?
Used to over on the lawn in front of that house where you set them off.
Yes.
You know? But we're no longer involved with that house, and we didn't
So you can
get
see them
anybody.
across the water like a big display.
Yeah, and
some sort of-
sometimes if somebody's in residence, I don't think anybody was in residence, so nobody arranged anything. And my sister came over for a little bit to say goodbye last night, and they were going to dinner at a friend's house, so they didn't have any plans for
Got it.
the 4th. But Elizabeth and Connor wanted to get somewhere, and there are 20 places you can go and pull the car
That's
up and
sweet.
That's
Yeah.
neat.
across the bay. We were wiped out. We didn't want to do it. We were exhausted from the night before the 4th, where we had a raucous evening.
That's wonderful.
That went late with my daughter and her boyfriend. Went really late.
Any more
Where,
nuclear Uno?
I don't think we played any Uno. We just sat around and chatted.
Oh, wow.
And
Okay.
We woke up. We had to meet Teddy at 8 a.m. over in Bar Harbor.
Oh, my
God. We were going to make a last-minute call about whether we were going to take a boat over or not.
Yeah.
And so at 10 of 7, Carla says, "We have to get up." And I said, "I don't want to get up." And it was rough.
Because
But we made it over there.
did you take the boat?
No, it was
Yeah,
too,
because geography
could have, but we didn't.
If my geography is
That's
correct in my
an
head,
hour and a half, an hour, right?
it's shorter by
About
boat.
an hour.
It's shorter by boat than it is by car, right?
By 45 minutes.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
thought
but
so.
the row out to the boat hungover.
Not what you want.
Yeah, it didn't take much coaxing for me to say no, and
Because we've done it together.
Yeah.
And one family member wouldn't go unless it was by boat, and so sorry, Kathy. That
my
was it. So,
No, really?
yeah. She didn't want to drive over. She didn't want to drive over there. It's too long. So we got there.
How did that go when you said we're
It
driving?
was a part of the plan. I knew it.
Yeah?
I knew what the rules were.
Sorry, Queen
And-
Victoria. Gotta take the carriage.
That's right.
Sorry, Queen Victoria. So we got over there, had a nice breakfast, and then I call the 4th of July parade one thing.
Yes.
The Wait for Milady. It's the Wait for Milady, and you'll hear about Milady in a minute here. But my thoughts on that parade, that very small parade, all parades should be able to throw candy to children. Period.
I agree.
All local parades should be allowed to throw candy to little children because that's the fun. Because
Yes.
if I don't care about seeing the Grand Marshal who owns like a local car dealership or something going by in his vintage Model T or whatever. I want candy thrown out. I want the fire department to throw candy.
Is this the Bangor, Maine parade, or is this
No,
the
this is the
Hancock
Bar Harbor
Point?
parade.
The Bar Harbor parade.
Bar
Oh, you
Harbor
went to the
parade.
real OG parade.
Yeah.
We went to the one over in Bar Harbor.
Bar
Does-
Harbor, Maine
Does
parade. Okay.
Bangor have a parade? And if so, is it sort of a notch down?
I don't know. Never
How
been.
dare you?
I'm just
How
asking.
dare
Yeah, you are such a snob, Mr. Vienna Leesburg.
Well, okay.
You know?
First of all, I hope
Did Leesburg have a parade?
I wouldn't know. I would never participate in such a thing. And if the Vienna parade burned to the ground, that would be great.
Wow.
Jesus.
Such hostility.
Yeah, it's for
a-
America.
Well, no,
a
America. I
legendary
love
town
Vienna.
in
I hate.
Fairfax County, Virginia.
They blew it this year. They had their fireworks and all their stuff on the 3rd because they couldn't license their fireworks for the 4th because they just couldn't.
Who told you that?
I read it on the Facebook.
I'm sure.
On a Vienna.
I'm
they
sure
couldn't
they
license
blew it.
their fireworks.
No
for the
license.
4th.
They couldn't secure a display because of the demand, so they had to do it a day early. So Viva Vienna.
So the people that set them off could only do it on the 3rd. They were booked for the 4th. Is what you were saying.
Exactly.
You
yes.
made it sound like there was
They
some
messed up.
paperwork delay.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Maybe that's the story that's covering
No,
the error.
this is
The whole place, all of Vienna is
You
run.
ever just say, no, you're probably
yeah.
right.
Okay,
No,
listen, guys, this is common, and I think, Mike, you know this better than I do. The 4th of July is 4th of July, but sometimes you don't. What I've learned is you don't want to compete with 4th of July, especially in the D.C. area.
Sure.
So you'll have different fireworks. What is it? I guess the celebrations, especially for private clubs or smaller communities, on different days.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Wouldn't you do the same?
I would
Why did
think,
they blow it?
I would say they blew it because if it is a town-wide display that a lot of people depend on with their stupid "We Love Living in Vienna" parade and all their hats and all their stuff, and they block off the main artery.
Sometimes I don't understand. What did they do to you in that town?
Yeah, what did they do to you?
They overbuilt. They made the entire
they
town
overbuilt around me.
Yeah.
I mean, Rob's
By the
a
time I
lifer,
left,
so he's been here where
Look,
by the time
McLean,
I left,
Virginia
you
was
couldn't-
farm fields.
You couldn't turn left in that town. And the thing that really disappoints me most about Vienna, Virginia, where I lived from second grade to high school graduation, is that it is overcrowded, it is snooty, and they all love being there.
Okay.
They love it.
In fairness, I've never met anybody that's like, man, that Vienna, let me tell you. And in the time I've
because
spent
the people
out there,
at Vienna wouldn't associate with you.
What? Because I'm brown?
No, because you're not from Vienna. You're not from one of their areas.
Yeah, but driving out there, it seems nice. It seems like any other suburb in the D.C. area.
And they paved your town. Leesburg was even more rural, and they paved over that.
I
That's
know,
all
but you know what?
developments.
I like the attitude of the Leesburger better than the Viennite.
Why? They're more of the South than the North?
No, you see, why do you make it that way? They're just friendlier people.
You probably relate to those people more than you would to, Vienna liberals.
Why would you say Viennas are liberals?
I don't know. I think
I
that
don't
Fairfax
know.
County
I don't
is a
know
more.
nothing about that.
I don't know nothing about that. Fairfax is a more liberal area than
It is.
Leesburg.
Yeah, but
Leesburg is a little more purplish, wouldn't you say?
I would say that in the past 3 elections we have voted.
You've skewed blue.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
And you've been upset about that?
No, I've been
Oh, you
proud
said-
to be a piece of it.
Oh, yeah. Carrie's like, they won again.
Carrie is
Not
not, the
out here.
problem. Now, Mike, if you go
How
out,
come there are 3 tables open and I didn't get in? Rob's at the maitre d' stand. I don't know about that.
I don't know nothing about that. Granted,
Well, looks like there's been some eating going on.
when you head out past 15, there's a lot of signage, but still, I think the county, Loudoun County, has its head of the right
But there
place.
is an unhealthy
Well, let's get back to the 4th of July. Like,
relationship.
nobody
Yes.
cares about this petty discussion about municipalities around
Hello,
in and around the Washington, D.C. area.
Vienna. Enjoy your town.
Fireworks are special. Didn't take them in, but the parade, we did go over for that. And I said to my family, and my family doesn't even get this because it's my own personal. If you boys had been there, you would. I'm like,
Sure.
I can't wait till she gets here. And Carla says, who? I said, you know who? Who? I said, Tina.
Yeah.
I said, who? Timbertina.
Yo-ho!
I'm not sure if she used my phone or not. Let me see.
Yo-ho!
Type in Timbertina into your search.
People should know that Timbertina is best known as being a short-lived member on an early season of Survivor.
No, it's somebody else's phone. Got it.
Yeah.
There is
Timbertina.
video evidence of me. See, now I'll send thumbnails
Hancock
to you
Point.
in the morning. And, as a matter of fact, I can send. All right, here's a test here. Can I send you a thumbnail or can I send Mac a thumbnail
You can.
and it'll be on that screen?
You can.
Yes.
Yes.
You have to send it to him, but you have to email it to him.
Yes. Email.
I email
Yes.
it to him?
Yes.
Yes.
Do you want his email? You probably don't have his email.
I can text you my email.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
So I do recall one of our stays in Maine when we were driving the Maine,
Doing this.
driving the Main Strip, and we kept seeing the sign for Timbertina's live lumberjack show. And it got to be, hey, that's something. And then we started laughing about it. And then it was the end of the week. We were having a beautiful dinner outside, dining al fresco. And we started saying, you know what would be great tonight is if we went and saw Tim
Yeah,
Bertina.
and we're like, we hope it's not sold out.
Hope it's not sold out. And you got on your iPhone 3 and started researching it. And we went and saw Tim Bertina.
We did. Did someone have a meltdown and leave early? Was it Michael? It was Mike.
It was Mike.
Mike, you had a meltdown.
You did not stay.
Why did I have a meltdown?
I don't think it was a
You
meltdown
were,
as
like,
much as
annoyed and fussy, and maybe you it was near 5 o'clock, so you wanted a drink, and you're
No, it was
mad.
after that because it was after dinner. But I think he was just dissatisfied with
You
the program.
were so annoyed that it wasn't better. You left, and then you left us there.
Yes,
which was great.
I was busy doing something. What were you talking about?
We were saying that you. I recall I said somebody had a meltdown at Tim Bertina's show.
The show, the live lumberjack.
And
show.
I thought
the show. Well, see, I don't want to use this as an opportunity to do that.
No,
I'm going to
isn't-
say good things about
No,
Tina.
this is actually paints you in a terrible light, not Tina.
Okay, why did I get mad?
So I thought it was Michael that got mad, but Michael didn't get mad. You got mad.
Why did I get mad?
I don't remember.
I think you were
We were with
a lot of people.
We were with some people that used to get me mad a lot.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah, but you left us with
It
them.
might have been a financial issue.
And I also know that
Right? Rob, could that be a possibility where
Absolutely.
where I fronted for the tickets? Right?
Oh, I don't remember this.
It
this
could have been.
It could have been. And
I'm
I
just
remember
speculating it might not be. You know?
that person stayed for the
Mac,
entire
did you get
show.
my email?
I got a text, but I didn't get the email.
Oh, you didn't get the email.
Yeah.
All right, sorry.
So what it was is Mike was dissatisfied with the situation. So he
We
kinda,
loved the show.
I loved it.
And then we
because
started-
they had lumberjacks and lumberjills.
Yeah, and we. Oh God, this is how terrible we are. We created a playlet because just so you know, Tim Bertina, she's been on the show before, by the way.
Yeah.
Big fan.
Local celeb.
Local celebrity and
Yeah.
institution in Maine, and we are supporters. Go see her. Your kids will love her. A lot of fun. A lot of I guess lumberjack hijinks.
Yeah, and
that you
it's
would not see anywhere else.
Very rustic, back
Yes.
in the woods with bleachers that you can watch
Yes.
all the stuff go on.
Correct.
Very impressive.
There's
Carla.
Carla.
Yay!
Hi, Carla. Yay!
Carla, they're saying hi to you. They're waving at you.
Yay! She seems happy.
There's my lady
Yeah.
who's getting it done.
Yeah.
Getting it done. Yes, sirree.
Tell her she'll be home in 48 hours.
You'll be home in 48 hours, honey. Oh, she kills me.
Do you think?
Oh my God, we're running late.
yeah.
All right.
Mac, what's the story? Let's just see where we're at.
What are you doing when we
I'm
come back?
emailing it to myself.
Okay. In
Well,
the
we'll do
future.
it when we come back. We'll show Tina.
Okay, yeah,
Turner.
great.
Okay.
Tina
Got it.
Turner. Tina Turner.
Yes,
What am I
your
talking
lady,
about?
Tina Turner.
Good Lord, what's wrong with me? We'll take a break and we'll be back with more fun and thrills. You are listening to the Mike O'Mara Show. Whoa, whoa, everybody. Hey, everybody, discover the ultimate solution for your financial planning with Fabric by Gerber Life's quick and easy life insurance policies. In just 10 minutes, you can customize a quote and you can secure coverage of up to $1 million for less than $1 a day. Plus, enjoy the peace of mind that comes with a 30-day money-back guarantee and the flexibility to cancel anytime. Don't leave your family's future to chance, people. Don't do that.
Don't
Take
do it.
action and get Fabric by Gerber Life today. Fabric was designed by parents for parents to help you get a high-quality, surprisingly affordable term life insurance policy in less than 10 minutos. You could be offered coverage instantly with no health exam required. Protect your family today with Fabric by Gerber Life. Apply today in just 10 minutes at meetfabric.com/TMOS. That's meetfabric.com/TMOS. MEET fabric.com/TMOS. Policies issued by Southern Life Assurance Company. Not available in certain states. Prices subject to underwriting and health questions. And Rob, we can play the news thing now if you haven't by any chance.
I do,
We'd
as a
love that.
matter of fact.
From the four corners of the World Wide Web and into your digital device, it's what you need to know. This is the homepage.
This is the homepage. We start today with a guy that's been on this show, Joey Jaws Chestnut.
Yes.
He battled a lengthy weather delay to capture his 16th mustard belt.
That's so disgusting.
at the 2023 Nathan's Hot Dog Eating Contest. Chestnut, I think I put this on ever since we've had him on. I put it on every year. He consumed 62 hot dogs in 10 minutes to retain the title as the 4th of July hot dog eating champ in New York. Chestnut had to wait a little longer than expected because there was a weather delay. Thunderstorms in the New York area caused a 2-hour delay. That didn't seem to bother Chestnut, who started out on a furious pace, and that allowed him to separate himself from the rest of the pack. Chestnut was not quite able to keep up that pace for the entirety of the competition, and he wasn't able to break his world record of 76 hot dogs and buns. In a related story, Mike O'Mara yesterday ate all of the Moose Tracks ice cream in the state of Maine. Happy 4th. There you go. Oh, wow. She got a little thingy there.
Yeah.
A popular roller coaster at a North Carolina amusement park has been shut down indefinitely after a patron in the parking lot spotted something terrifying. It's called Carowinds. Joel Rogers would probably know it.
It's
right?
owned by Cedar Fair, which is the same company that owns King's Dominion, which is always nice to hear.
Oh, dear.
Yeah.
Carowinds, located in Charlotte, said in a Sunday statement that its Fury 325 ride, billed on its site as the tallest, fastest, longest giga coaster in North America, is now undergoing a thorough inspection after a guy named Jeremy Wagner posted a video online showing a noticeable crack in one of the roller coaster's steel support pillars. Wow.
They have some audio, Mike.
We do have some audio of that gentleman.
Okay.
And he is
that it right there? Is that the... oh,
and
my
what's
God.
amazing is when the car turns, you can see light through the pillar. But anyway, here is the gentleman talking about it.
I thought it was a joke, and then I started looking at the other pillars, and I'm like, no, that's legit. I can see light through that crack. And to think, I had pulled up front, and my kids had texted me they were on their way out, so I pulled up front to pick them up. I went out of the park about 30 minutes early to cool the vehicle down, and as I was waiting on them, I saw the crack. Then when the car came by, I saw that shift, and I jumped out of the truck and took a couple pictures. The kids walked up, and they're like, what are you doing? I said, look, that you were just on that. And they were like, oh my, kind of like a regular 13, 14-year-old's reaction.
It was a...
and he said, oh my,
my.
Let's get some pie.
Sometimes it doesn't take a lot to notice a right?
Yeah.
It's just horrifying.
This is an amazing coaster, too. This is an amazing coaster. It is also often ranked best in the country. It goes 90 miles an hour, and the classification of a giga coaster, Mike, is between 300 and 399 feet. So the first drop is at least 30 stories.
And what's fascinating is the fix that they put in to re-weld what they're doing right now, which is, look, this is embarrassing for the roller coaster industry overall.
Yeah.
They use flex tape.
Flex Seal would have been a better. Flex Seal would have been
Flex
a funnier
Tape's easy.
Flex Tape is great. Flex Seal, the original product, probably would have been a funnier joke.
Yeah.
If we're really nitpicking,
Yes,
but it's still a good thought. It's a great joke.
Fine.
I just had to tweak. Flex Seal. Or if you really want to tweak it,
Yeah.
it would have been. It would have been fine because they used something from the amazing amount of, what does he call it? Flex Seal product.
Flex Seal product?
From the
From the family.
of the Flex
Dude,
Seal
it would have been
products.
fixed if you used something from the family of Flex Seal product.
All I
That's
know
too
is
damn
this,
funny.
Mike.
That's awesome, Oscar.
This never happened when Mark Riddell was alive.
That is true.
Yes, that's right.
That is
it
true.
would not have happened on his watch.
He would
even
have
though
to
he was in
technically deal with
Virginia.
this, right?
Yeah, of course.
As
because
the PR?
well, it goes all through the whole Cedar
Can you
Fair family.
imagine Riddell having to deal with this clown car situation?
God almighty.
Poor
Thank
guy.
God. Yeah, just terrible. But you know what? The fast response, and this is the kind of thing that in years past people blow it up. It's fine. It's fine. They looked at that and went, holy S, shut it down now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But
that's amazing.
it thrilled me because in the movie Roller Coaster with where they walked the track every day.
What year did that movie come out? Roller Coaster?
1976.
How
I
was
watch it
Coaster.
every year.
Well,
Who
I was
stars?
born.
Who stars in Roller Coaster?
The stars in Roller Coaster, Mike, a young Helen Hunt.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, really?
Henry Fonda.
What's the premise again? I
Roller,
don't even know.
it's a guy that bombs roller coasters.
It was filmed at KD?
It was filmed, about half of it was filmed at King's Dominion.
Jesus. Funny.
Yes.
Fantastic. All right.
that's
A man is injured after police said he accidentally shot himself in a grocery store in Manchester, Connecticut, the city where the town, I should say, where I got my driver's license.
Yes.
Officers were called to the Stop and Shop, been there, on Broad Street around 6:15 p.m. after getting a report for a man who said he shot himself. According to police, the 23-year-old man sustained a gunshot wound from an accidental discharge of a gun he was carrying while in the store. The man transported himself to Hartford Hospital, where I was born, and he was in stable condition. It's unclear if he is facing any charges in connection to the incident. We filed this story under the heading of "We Want More Info."
Oh, Mike, and
I don't believe they have concealed carry in the state of Connecticut. I'm sure they don't. And what was he doing in the grocery store packing in the first place, please?
Mike, I should add, George Siegel is the head cop in Roller Coaster.
Fantastic. Makes me want to go watch it.
It's a fantastic movie.
Now a little something, everybody. One of the world's most popular Twitch influencers, Amaranth, Amouranth, has revealed her most lucrative income stream: letting viewers watch her sleep.
Oh, no.
Well,
you
if
know this
saw the
girl, Matt?
still, I
You're on
saw a
Twitch.
still of it.
I
you
do.
know.
What do you know about her?
So she streams like 12 hours a day, just doing like ASMR, bikini in a mini hot tub, stuff like that.
Have you watched her sleep, Matt?
No,
Have you watched
I've
her
never
sleep?
actually watched her, but she's the biggest female streamer on the platform.
Now, when you say a mini hot tub, is it like
It's
smaller
almost like
than
it's
a
almost like
bathtub?
a kiddie pool to get over Twitch's terms of service, where they can't wear revealing clothing unless they're at a pool. So she has a kiddie pool that she's in just so she can wear a bikini.
Oh.
And she
God
has an
bless her.
OnlyFans and makes millions of dollars from it.
Are you a subscriber?
No.
Amaranth's real
knows
name
plenty, though?
is, and this is another one, we'll put that on. Caitlin Saragusa rose to fame on Twitch, a video game live streaming platform. That's why Mac knows it. Where she earns cash doing a few unusual things. The influencer revealed one of her best money-making ventures, sleep streams. Gotta love it. America. It's probably around the world, not just America. Sleep streams, as the name suggests, are simply live streams of people sleeping as viewers watch. For male streamers, Amaranth explained the streams are lucrative because viewers will donate money in an attempt to wake the streamer up. That's when guys do it, either through notifications or by using media to share, to play loud music or videos. Amaranth claimed her sleep streams were so popular she earns upwards of, you ready for this? $9,940 in just
That's
a few
classy.
hours.
There you go.
Way to go, Mac.
Yeah.
Way to go.
Nice
and
one.
the picture I saw was where it was a still shot of her and she was kind of lying butt to camera on the bed in a onesie.
Wow, it's
I
weird
would- I would
that
watch it
fed
too.
you that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is what
I
we
will
got.
start my, by the way, I start my CPAP stream.
Oh, yeah.
Next Wednesday. I will be
Nice.
all night long. You can just see me going.
And remember, folks, if he drops behind 500 streamers, the machine cuts off.
Yes, sirree. Yeah. And then I rip it off my face and go. I can't breathe. All right. We have to take a break. When we come back, more fun and more thrills on the Mike O'Mara Show. Whoa, whoa. Whether you're heading out on a road trip or rushing through the airport, why not try Dadgrass? Skip the usual stress of vacation travel and chill out with Dadgrass. All their products are TSA approved. Groovy Daddy-O. Dadgrass is legal organic smokable hemp that relaxes your body and mellows your mind. Their 100% organic pre-rolled joints are very low in THC, and they are high in CBD. So you can enjoy the effects of cannabis while keeping a clear head. Chill out without getting stoned. It's like having a glass of wine, but not the whole bottle. Dadgrass also offers the finest tinctures and gummies on the market. The gummies are what I like. All the mellow goodness, no smoke required. All Dadgrass products are federally legal for ages 18 and over, and it ships right to your door anywhere in the U.S. Plus, it's TSA approved.
I love that.
Right now, Dadgrass is offering our listeners 20% off their first order when you go to dadgrass.com/TMOS. Go to dadgrass.com/TMOS for 20% off your first order. That's dadgrass.com/TMOS. And we thank you, Dadgrass. Back to the show. Whoa. Oscar, it would be safe to say, Rob, probably lived the most life during this 24-hour holiday that we enjoyed.
Well, he lives in the nation's capital.
So not only
Ground
did he
zero.
take in the fireworks, but he also took in the cinema. And it's dealer's choice, Oscar, whatever you want to talk about first. But I know you had a busy 24-hour period.
So yesterday, I thought yesterday would be a great day to get some busy work done.
Independence Day, Mike.
Yeah, so I came into work roughly 8:30 a.m., left work at 11 because it was a scorcher. The AC
came into work at 3 a.m.?
8:30 a.m.
8:30 a.m.
Yes.
Okay.
Because when it's quiet, sometimes you just catch up on all the busy work, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking it was going to be a day of work for old Fantana, and then I realized as the day started that the AC was shut off in the entire building. So
they love doing that
because of the holiday.
Because of the holiday.
I'd love to know a dollar figure as to what they.
I can tell you,
$3
per hour.
No,
we've had to turn it on the weekend for
for productions. Yeah,
per hour. And I look, it's all relative to what type of system you have in your building.
So they turn the Podville AC on. Does that turn on the AC for the whole building?
The whole building turns on.
Oh my god!
So you're paying hundreds of dollars an hour to have additional air on.
They charge you that much?
Well, that's the system because they can't just turn on for the fourth floor.
Yeah, but I think as a courtesy,
this guy.
So 85, 90 degree day, they shut it off. How hot is it in there?
It's in the 80s.
Hot as
in the
balls?
offices,
yeah,
it's
it
in
was,
the 80s.
and it was north of 90.
Yeah, heat rises.
Yeah.
Okay.
So around
All
11 a.m. No, I'm sorry, around 10:30 a.m. I'm like, well, this is
so sleepy.
I was like, it's not getting any cooler.
Right.
I was like, this is uncomfortable. Never mind. And I had gotten a lot of work done, so I said, F it, I'm out of here. I looked at Fandango. I wanted to watch the latest Indiana Jones film.
Mm-hmm.
They had one available, and I called my wife. I said, do you want to go see Indiana Jones? She's just waking up. God bless. What a life. And I said, she goes, I don't want to go to see that. And she goes, I'll catch it on pay-per-view. And I said, never mind. So I jump in my car, hit the theaters on the way home, park in my neighborhood, walk into the theater, jammed with
busy
with
for a hot day.
kids and adults.
Okay, but
Anyone
a
in
movie
hats?
like that,
No.
Yeah, were there any hats?
No hats. They all look like tourists.
That's a Loudoun County thing, I guess.
That's
Hats.
a dork thing, is what that.
There also must have been
more dorks in the suburb.
A pro-life march because there's a lot of nuns and pro-life T-shirts on.
Nuns?
Really?
Yeah, there were nuns in the theater.
Popcorn sister?
And I'm a Catholic. I was like, this is interesting. I've
Yeah.
never seen a nun out of church.
Yeah.
Wow.
So there was no less than
Normally they go to black and white movies.
Wow.
So I was sitting next to a row of nuns and
A row of nuns. Is that like a murder of crows?
no, and then I saw all these kids around. There must have been like a pro-life.
I would finish
team.
that sentence this way. So I was sitting in back of a row of nuns, and there was an overwhelming smell of alcohol.
And let me tell you, these were not young nuns.
Okay.
They were a little longer in the tooth.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I felt like it was cute. Now,
I think that there's probably, if you were to graph it, most nuns are older.
okay, fair
Well, but
I
this
don't know
particular
that.
sect has been around for a very, very long time. You might know it. It's the Order of the Crystal Skull.
Look, honey, I see it.
But only in D.C.
By the way, I want 2 of those jokes used on the short this week. Okay,
Okay, you got
Either
it.
one. I don't care, but they're both good jokes. Thank you.
and you, for just full context. Look, I'm pro-choice, right? I've always been pro-choice. It's my
Right.
deal. I'm a Catholic, but I still find it sweet when you see the secular folk out of pocket, like out of their actual church,
Out of context.
out of context. Yeah. So I sit down, and when you buy
I mean, the non-secular folk.
the nuns, are they non-secular or are they secular?
They would be non-secular. right?
I don't know enough about that. I
Well,
thought
we
I was
have to
using
look it
correctly.
up, please. Rob, come on. You're the magna cum laude. Secular is
I think secular has to do with the cloth, doesn't it? Like
secular has to do
That's
with
what I thought, but I could be wrong.
non-secular.
secular means denoting attitudes, activities, or other things that have no religious or spiritual basis. So we're wrong.
Non-secular.
Non-secular. I was right.
Yeah,
you were
you're
right.
right. You're
Yes.
right. As
Attaboy.
usual. As usual. So
Thank you. I appreciate it. Just wanted to correct
Non-secular.
it. There you go.
So the movie starts. And I don't know if this is because they were hard of hearing or what the deal is, but these nuns were chatty Cathys.
No.
Yes.
Really?
Now, when they were talking, were they moving their hands over a string of beads?
Rob. They weren't praying.
Not using that one.
They weren't
better.
No,
Might
no.
be better than mine. Yeah, but I want mine this week.
We will use it. I like the crystal skull one.
So it was so uncomfortable
How uncomfortable was it?
that I said, okay, if this
I hate
thing,
him sometimes when he has a better joke than mine. When they were talking, were they running their fingers over beads? Rob Spiewak for a Catholic, the rosary joke makes me laugh. So they were loud.
they were loud talking to each other.
We understand they were loud, Arthur.
They were talking at a level that I could understand what they were saying. And a
Okay.
lot of the questions were like, did she get popcorn or did you get popcorn?
Oh, so not even movie related?
No, it was all like snack related.
Of course it is. They have to have joy in their lives.
That's right.
Who has
The Lord God made butter for a reason.
If I heard Junior Mints called out one more time, was, do you have a Junior Mints? No, I think Ethel has a Junior Mints. Like
Great snack.
this whole
Great. Yeah.
And
so
the movie?
the movie was coming along. It was a decent start.
Yeah.
And I said,
Didn't you agree on the de-aging?
the aging was great. One of the ladies said, "Oh, he looks handsome," but I'm hearing this out of the right side of my ear, right?
And you can't say shut the F
No,
up.
you can't be like, shh.
They're nuns. Wow.
They're nuns.
And I'm surrounded by kids. And the kids aren't talking, but the nuns are. And the kids aren't going to tell the nuns to shh. We're in a movie.
right.
So I remembered at that moment that No Hard Feelings with Jennifer Lawrence was also playing, but not 30 minutes later, because I had to make a choice between Indy and No Hard Feelings.
So Indy was not sustaining its plot line for
Well,
you.
Indy
in an
was being
interesting way.
interrupted by the church.
So were they the reason? Or
I
did you leave
left because I was going to stay through an entire film with chatty
with them
Cathys
talking?
to the right.
Wow, they were that bad.
Well, not bad in the sweet way where you can't tell your parents to shh.
right.
You know, I wasn't good. No. I was like, you know
You just
what?
weren't
I'd rather
going
go to
there.
an empty theater, which I'm sure it was. So I left.
Well, they're all excited. I mean, he saved the Holy Grail and he found the Ark, and that's their
Hey.
Superman.
The kids
that's
loved
right.
it. They were watching it. They
Sure.
were into it. So I leave. And I say, I'm just going to peek into Amphitheater 10, which is right next door to Amphitheater 11, where the
And
theater
you go
was.
to the Jennifer Lawrence movie. We have to take a break
Yes.
here. I want to come back. I want to hear about what you thought of that
Let me give
movie.
you a tease.
And, okay.
I will reveal if there was full frontal nudity or not.
That's worth waiting for.
In which movie?
Mac might want to work on that picture of Jennifer Lawrence when we come back. We'll take a break. We'll come back, and then I want to hear about your fireworks
Yes.
and Rob's dialect. Busy show today. I'm trying to manage everything. It's a great show for the day after the 4th. Hey, did you know that 80% of men will experience hair thinning in their lifetime? Mm-hmm. But it doesn't have to be you. Take control of your hair health with Nutrafol, the #1 dermatologist recommended hair growth supplement. Nutrafol is clinically shown to improve hair growth, visible thickness, and visible scalp coverage. Visit Nutrafol.com/men and take their hair health wellness quiz. And Nutrafol will provide you with a personalized plan for better hair health through whole body wellness. Take the first step to visibly thicker, healthier hair. For a limited time, Nutrafol is offering our listeners $10 off your first month subscription and free shipping when you go to Nutrafol.com/men and enter the promo code TMOS. Find out why over 4,000 healthcare professionals recommend Nutrafol for healthier hair. Nutrafol.com/men. That's Nutrafol.com/men and enter promo code TMOS. That's Nutrafol.com/men, promo code TMOS. We're talking with Oscar Santana about his 4th of July,
Yes.
and then I want to hear about the fireworks, but you make the switch because of the talking nuns, which I didn't know was your story, into the J-Lo, the Jennifer Lawrence.
J-Law.
J-Law. Thank you very much. And I am very curious to
Which
see this
had
movie.
just started.
You got nice timing.
Well, the timing was great. Nicole Kidman was on on the screen saying, "You know why we go to AMC theaters?" I was like, "All right, didn't miss it."
Oh, that
Okay,
damn
good.
thing.
That big, the pre-roll.
Oh,
right?
I hate that thing.
I love it. Makes me want to go to the theater more.
I don't even know. It's been so long since I've been in a theater.
So there's a quick commercial with Nicole Kidman of saying how much we love going to the movies, trying to bolster that industry. So when you see that, you know you haven't missed the film. Then it's after the trailers. So I missed the trailers, get right in on time, and the theater is relatively empty.
Perfect.
There's a lot of lonely people in there, in like one hitters, like empty seat, and these are reclining seats, which is great.
Okay.
So I had my snacks. For those of you that need to know,
Snacks.
peanut M&Ms, nachos with cheese, and a soda. That's all.
So
I
you
rock
had to
with.
move that from one theater to another?
No problem.
Really?
Yeah, because I was what 20 minutes in, almost 30 minutes into the indie movie. I hadn't finished my snacks.
Okay.
Right?
20 minutes or 30 minutes. Was it solely because of the
it was
nuns,
the nuns,
or was
the nuns.
there's nothing you
They
would
were
have stayed
talking too much.
besides
Nothing
them?
drives me. As a former talker in a movie,
Yes.
as a younger man,
Mm-hmm.
which I'm embarrassed to say,
Right.
But you fixed it.
I finally realized you got to hit mute on yourself, or else you're going to ruin it for everybody. Asking questions about the movie in the middle of the movie does not work. Asking questions about popcorn or jujubes or whatever you're eating does not work.
Okay. I get it.
Right?
I get it.
Yeah.
All right. So
Silence.
it's
Yeah.
on there, and
And I walk
pivot,
in,
Good pivot.
didn't know enough about the film, just knew it had great, decent ratings in the high 80s audience score, high 70s for critics.
Funny. Supposed to be very funny.
Yeah.
Yes. Felt a little scummy about, doing a movie Fandango without actually paying for the Fandango, but felt like I was getting my money's worth because I was not watching Indy.
They'll be okay.
So,
Indy got credit for the Jennifer
Yes.
Lawrence.
I bet that you got out of the Jennifer Lawrence movie before the indie movie was over.
this is what's great. Don't read ahead.
Oh, okay.
So
Sorry.
the movie comes on, and it's funny. And it's
Okay.
pleasantly funny. And I'm expecting some sort of laughs.
Right.
But right away, they start hitting you with like boom, gag, boom, gag, boom, gag. Not something about Mary funny, but funny.
Okay.
Okay.
And
All right,
what-
but gags work.
Yes.
I love a series
Correct,
of great
correct.
gags.
And
Wonderful.
Mike,
And
it's-
she's funny.
And it's also
Yes.
top of mind because as a show we've been talking about being from away and vacation homes, and she's the premise just briefly is that she is a local in Montauk, and she's like basically
A high-end suburb of New York.
but she lives there. She never wants to leave, and she hates the people from away. And then there's
Okay.
comedy ensues. And there's one scene, and for you husbands out there, if your wives are around, turn the show down.
Oh.
Maybe you ladies, if you're into this, turn the show down. You want to say, hey babe, or hey sweetie, hey honey, whatever pet name you have.
No, say babe.
We should go see that new film, No Hard Feelings. It's supposed to be a romantic comedy. And you're going to go there and you're going to convince her that it's just like, oh, look, this is fun, like something different. But what we're really going to know here on this show, TMOS, you Americans out there, you males or females that are into this, God bless you, is that there's full nudity of Jennifer Lawrence, which I was not expecting at all. And when I say full, not just like, oh, like kind of the camera pans, I'm saying full frontal on the beach, unexpected, and she looks glorious as ever. And
she's truly
Yes.
statuesque.
Yeah, it's just wonderful. And no body double, because I actually looked this up after the show.
Of course you did.
Because I had
it
to
wasn't
do my
creepy.
research.
Wasn't creepy enough.
So it was for the show.
I understand.
Kudos to her for doing. I
Yes.
mean, which helps the
Which is,
premise. Of the
I don't know
movie,
if she has
think.
points on the back end. I don't know what her deal is, but she went all in. So
That wasn't a pun, I hope.
the
Mac,
movie-
did you find a Jennifer Lawrence picture?
I have pictures, but I'm not going to show anything of that.
No, just
No, of course
No,
not.
I don't want nudity,
her
Mac.
guy.
I wanted a picture of
Her
her.
guy,
Okay,
the top
I can do
left-hand
that.
corner. Top left-hand corner.
I'm not going
That was that's the first. That's it. You were 1,000, and that brought
Yes.
it down to
Yeah,
950.
thank you.
There you go.
There we go. See? Yes.
Yeah.
A scene from the movie.
Lovely.
Yes.
Lovely. Lovely.
So, what's fantastic is that the movie holds up for itself. It would have been worth the full price of admission. And that one scene, which was multiple scenes, because I'm not going to spoil why when it happened.
Okay.
It was so unexpected that I did the whole glance around the theater if everybody else was seeing what I was seeing.
Are you seeing this?
It was so great. It's so great, Damone. Let me
How
tell you.
long's the scene, give or take?
It felt like 30 minutes, but
Wow.
That's awesome.
because
That's awesome.
it might have been 5 minutes, but it was a long time.
How many Fantanas do you give the movie?
For in this day and age, romantic comedy, 4 out of 5 Fantanas.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I can't
Yeah.
wait to see it. I'm looking forward
He
to it.
sold a few tickets today.
That's I'm glad to hear it.
Yes.
I really am. And then it's later on. It was you actually
Yes.
did the real fireworks.
We hadn't in the last. Well, I've run down by myself the last couple of years, and I think a lot of it had to do with the pandemic finally subsiding.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's not gone, but big crowds and COVID wasn't something we were necessarily looking forward to, any of us, and just the ability to walk down and watch the fireworks from the Key Bridge as a family was just, you forget how you take it for granted, like everyone else does that lives in a popular tourist destination. And it was beautiful. It was nice, and it was a long. It was longer than I thought. I remember the fireworks being like 15
So is
minutes.
the Key Bridge packed with people when you
Yes,
do that?
with chairs and set. People have their
so
coolers.
people set up, yeah.
They're drinking. The police aren't being dicks. People are smoking marijuana. They're doing whatever they want.
a big festive atmosphere.
It's huge.
Yeah, that's nice.
And it's jammed, and it seemed more patriotic this year than ever before. And that was just my lens. And the show was gorgeous. And this year, I think we benefited from a slight breeze because usually it's filled with smoke and you see nothing. But this time you get to see the viewpoint we have, Mike, is the Washington Monument, the Kennedy Center, and the Potomac River, which can't be beat
Just
in my eyes.
spectacular. I
Just
can't
gorgeous.
imagine how great
Just
it is to
gorgeous.
walk from your home
Yes.
Yeah.
right down there.
Yes.
That's lucky you take
It's-
advantage of it. I'm
it's-
glad somebody saw some
It's
fireworks.
500 feet to the Starbucks. It's another 500 feet to the Key Bridge.
And
that's it.
A 10. I mean, that.
Just
look,
gorgeous.
I've seen it once. And there
Me too.
are.
Me too,
And,
yeah.
and they're really, every possible suburban show that you get, it's about 1/8 of
Correct.
what
Yeah,
you
you're right.
see
Correct.
on the National Mall. It's
Yeah.
the greatest fireworks display
I
you'll ever
did.
see.
I do. There is one game plan for next year. While that is as beautiful as possible, I hope to get access to the roof of this building somehow, which
Okay.
is in DC, right next to the White House. So I'm curious to find out what it looks like from the roof of this building.
I actually, the one time I saw them were from a roof of a building that was across the street from the National Cathedral.
Whoa.
And it was sensational. And so
I saw
rooftop
them-
viewing is fantastic. Yeah.
I saw them via the Potomac River.
That's
Oh,
right.
that's
yeah, I
right.
remember.
My
Yeah.
friend John,
Yes.
and at the conclusion, I've never been more scared on a body of water in my
Yeah.
life. I've been in seas. I've been in dense fog on a boat piloting it myself. I have never been more nervous than I was when the fireworks ended and every Tom, Dick, and Harry from a 5-foot rowboat, it seemed, all the way up to a mega yacht was trying to get back under the Woodrow Wilson Bridge. It was terrifying.
Yeah.
The sea was bubbling. It was just, the river was just like, but I'll never
Like in the
forget
scene in
fireworks.
Oh.
Jaws.
Exactly. Yeah. Tip it.
And my marital stage, I believe I was extremely lonely too.
Yeah,
I think I was
yeah,
fresh off one of the, the breakup, one of many in my lifetime. But it was, I don't know why I mentioned that.
Mike, the fireworks were going off in your heart.
Yes, they were. I was a sad, lonely man. like walking to different parts of the boat to engage in conversation
Yeah.
with people.
Oh,
Hi,
that's
guys.
not great.
Because it's a big couples time. You said your daughter went to go see fireworks with her beau, right?
She did.
Yeah.
I haven't gotten the
It's
review.
smoochy time.
Yeah, I watched him with
I haven't
Carrie.
talked to him about it because I don't think he got up yet.
Oh,
No, go ahead.
I watched with Carrie from our front porch. It was fantastic. Even Linus came out and sat with us. And it's cool because we have a row of townhouses.
And you've got a great vantage point for the Leesburg.
Perfect.
Fireworks.
I mean, almost as good as being there because it's right over the trees across the way.
Even better.
And it's funny because we have like maybe 8 townhouses in our row that all face the Idalee, which is where they do the county fireworks.
Idalee!
And I'd say maybe 4
What
or
is
5.
the Idalee?
The Idalee is a rec center.
Oh, I thought it was like a ship.
No, it's
Sounds
not.
like a ship.
No, it's a rec center.
Swallow your whole. I'm going to take you out on the Idalee.
But that's where they do the Loudoun County fireworks, big field and everything. And so I'd say like maybe 4 or 5 houses. There's people on their steps watching the fireworks. And then, you see the sky lit up, the sensational finale and all of that. And then just from dead silence on our street, you hear just a smattering of applause.
What about your son?
My son is in Morgantown visiting his girl.
Oh, that's sweet.
And Julia's away as well.
okay.
So they all did their own thing for 4th of July. But it was still nice to see.
Then you and your bride, just the two of you?
Just the
romantic,
2 of us?
right?
It was very nice. Yeah. And also, I want to applaud the people of Leesburg that can't wait to set off fireworks until, 4 p.m. when it's broad daylight. And these are my moron neighbors. And, it's 4
Did it go
o'clock.
late, though? Were there booms late into the night out there?
Well after when I went to sleep. Yeah.
Definitely, till like 3 a.m.
Yeah. I don't know what it is up here.
It's a little off-putting when, Carrie's just put on her second Judge show. It's 4 o'clock and you're... And it's
Nothing
like
says honor America than watching Judge Alec. That's for sure, right?
I think it was Joe Brown.
Joe Brown, thank you very much.
I could be wrong.
Tomorrow we'll talk about your South Florida dialect, which I am dying to hear about.
Yes.
So keep that one in the coffers.
You got
we'll
it.
Take a short break, and when we come back, it's the flip side, which you have to introduce yourself.
Exactly. I'm ready to go.
Doing my thing here. So, and Matt, great job with the video today.
Very nice.
Very excited about that. We'll take a break. Come back with the flip side on the Mike O'Mara Show. Hot. Summertime is here, and it's time to focus on your feet. Luckily, Dermglow has everything you need in one place. Attention, fellas. Mike's Big or Mike's Little packages are still on sale. Ladies, indulge yourself with Carla's Beauty Bundle. Also on sale now. Discover the latest products from Azul. Or try the Grande Fantastic. Is it Grande or Grand?
I think it's Grande. Say
the
Grande.
Fantastic Fanning and Curling Mascara. And don't miss the wonders of the Peptide Recovery Mask. With Dermglow, enjoy fast shipping and worldwide delivery. They even offer Afterpay for your convenience. Enhance your loveliness with virtual skin consultations and find the perfect products for you. And if you can't decide, an e-gift card from Dermglow is always a winner. Visit DermglowSkin.com today. That is the ultimate facial boutique featuring facials and products by the pampering esthetician. He's the best esthetician. At you.
She said it on Facebook.
She did?
I loved it.
Reach out today and tell him that funny man Flip Wilson.
The devil made me do it.
Here's a quiz for you, Mike. Flip Wilson, dead or alive?
Alive.
I'm sorry, that is incorrect.
No. No. Sorry. All right, now you can play your thing.
Okay, here's my daughter.
Wow.
The flip side.
All right, so I recently flipped my car. I'm not proud. But one thing I am pleased about is that with my kids at their age, I don't have to teach anyone to drive again.
Yeah,
Teaching kids to drive is a thing. I don't dig it. And this gentleman was teaching his kid to drive this week and mentioned that there was a large pothole that the kids should avoid. And you'll hear this, but what he does do, he successfully avoids the pothole and drives the car into a retaining wall, and it ends up perpendicular to the ground, perfectly on its side. My favorite thing is the last part of this tape.
We'll go around behind Kroger so you don't have to deal with... There's a big hole right there. Stop! Oh, Sammy, you okay? Yeah.
Hey,
yeah,
good dad.
that was a good one. Okay, buddy. So what now? I don't know. Turn the car off. All right. Are you hurt? I don't think so. Should I call 911? Yeah.
Wow. Like a bad wreck, right?
Yeah, and I only saw it on Dashcam, so you don't see the people, but you do see that retaining wall, and he hit it so perfectly because it was like pyramided up, and he used it like a ramp and just ended on it. Can I play the actual flip one more time?
Yeah, go ahead.
Because the sound is so good.
We'll go around behind Kroger so you don't have to deal with... There's a big hole right there. Stop! Ah! Oh, Sammy, you okay? Yeah. Yeah, that was a good one. Okay.
And then should we call?
Did the dad grab the wheel? Did the dad grab the wheel?
I don't. You can't tell.
All right.
Okay. All right.
Are you hurt? I don't think so. Should I call 911? Yeah.
There's a similar video that I just watched. It's funny you pulled that up.
Yeah.
It's with the dad and son. They're both kind of overweight, but one's definitely older, definitely his dad.
Right.
And the dad falls asleep at the wheel, and an 18-wheeler comes by and honks the horn, and they both get startled awake because they both had fallen asleep.
Both guys?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
and then
wild.
The dad's like, look at that guy. He's trying to run me off the road.
Oh, really? And he was asleep.
Yeah.
And he saved his life.
Yeah.
I love it. I love people. Oh, fat people.
Who says all fat men are jolly?
Yeah. Right.
Mike, I play this for you because you're gearing up for air travel.
Yes.
And it seems like lately, I'd say the last 6 or 7 months, there's been more misbehaving in the air.
I was talking about it yesterday, Rob. I was saying that's the one thing I do not want to deal with that if I can avoid that. Is this the lady that has the imaginary friend?
Yes, and I
like
think
that?
she's in custody, so she won't be in your flight. But
this is weird.
She was trying to exit the plane while the plane was in flight.
I'm telling you, I'm getting the off, and there's a reason why I'm getting off, and everyone can either believe it or they cannot believe it. But I am telling you right now that back there is not real, and you can sit on this plane and you can die with them or not. I'm not going to.
Yeah.
Get the duct
What?
tape.
Is that mostly
Pills.
drugs?
Pills.
Gotta be.
Has to be. Mix of pills and alcohol.
Yeah.
Good.
Done deal.
Lord.
Yeah, you got to be a pro to mix them.
Wow.
If you don't know
really.
where you are and you're doing where am I, pills and alcohol.
Yeah, especially the imaginary person.
I don't know if it was flying, though. I think it was on the tarmac. I think the plane was on the tarmac.
then I'm
but
misinformed.
not sure.
But either
I
way,
don't know.
they had sealed,
I don't know.
they had
I thought
sealed the
'cause
door.
I thought they removed her. But I don't know. I don't know if they had to divert the flight or anything like that.
Well,
I'll
she
look it up.
seems nice. I hope she had a good trip.
Seems on every
Probably-
visible appearance completely normal looking.
Yeah.
Probably a regular person doesn't know they have a problem.
Did anybody, Mike, did you have hot dogs over the holiday?
I didn't go to the hot dog roast up here.
Okay.
I skipped that.
Oh, the red things. What are they
Red
called?
hot dogs.
I had a Red Hots.
Red Hots, yeah.
I had a blueberry pancake over at Cafe This Way that was just spectacular.
Good.
One.
Any hot dog for you?
No hot dogs.
We did bratwurst in the Spiewak house.
Oh, that's nice.
Which is similar, but the national. Did you know there is a National Hot Dog and Sausage Council?
I didn't know that. I
I'm
didn't realize
waiting,
that.
still waiting for my invite. This is the PSA they ran a couple years ago. I think you'll agree with it.
Perhaps the cardinal rule, never ever put ketchup on a hot dog after the age of 18. We all have to grow up sometime. And besides, legend has it that within the city limits of Chicago, you could be arrested for such an offense.
It's true. They take it seriously in Chicago.
I hate you purists.
Amen. Oh, ketchup on
Ketchup is on a hot dog is America.
Yeah, I like, you know what? I like ketchup and mustard together.
Yeah, you do.
Mac.
Yeah,
Look
you
at
do.
Mac's pull.
That's a great logo.
I float out of here today. I float out of here today.
Mike, when is
cool.
it? When you get back home, you'll have to get your shot. Do you have any other doctor appointments planned?
Not yet. No,
Okay,
not
well,
yet. There
we'll-
will be though.
we'll
I'm
close with
64.
this.
Do you have to get 2 shots this time?
Double up?
Maybe 6.
And
On the same cheek.
and the tincture.
Yeah, and the tincture.
Let's be honest.
Yeah.
In the 10 days you've been up there, right? 10 days, roughly? You've gained 15 pounds.
Do I look like it?
When you got up and you walked to the door, I was like, Jesus, that was quick. I mean that with as much love and respect as possible.
I'm going to stay out of this conversation.
You saw it too.
But Mike, don't quiver your lip. Don't.
I am wearing a shirt that is too big.
Yeah, it was a lot. I guess it's snugger now than it was the beginning of the week.
Maybe a little bit. Let's move on.
See, it's why I didn't want to get involved. I
Just
love
Maybe a little bit.
Don't derail is what I'm saying.
I'm not going to, but I've got to get back because right now I'm on the carb lovers plan.
Who doesn't love them?
I've been eating my way of the last 2 days because I'm off of my drug. It's the truth, folks.
This comic, Nate Bargatze, I think he's great, and he talks about the biggest problem.
Is this your last one here?
Yeah, we're closing with this, and I'll play the music out. This is him talking about the biggest problem with going to the doctor.
I like my doctor. Every time I go, I have to fill the same form out. And I'm like, what are y'all doing with this form? Last time I said, let me take it home. I don't know if y'all have a fire here every night. I don't know any of the answers, and they're about my body. I have to call my wife and go through them. I'm like, have I had surgery before? They always ask what your family medical history is. Well, where am I finding that out? You think I'm just at home at Christmas? I'm like, all right, who's got diabetes? Come on now, got a physical coming up. How many heart attacks we got in the room?
That's it. We got to get out of here. Thank you, Rob. Thank you, Oscar. Thank you, Mac. Boys, great job, Oscar and Mac, on the video.
Isn't it awesome?
Change our show for the better. Major innovation. Maybe not an innovation. They're on other shows, but we're up to speed on things that other people do, and I'm very thrilled about that. We'll be back from Boston tomorrow with our last episode for me of the week, and I will be joining the guys from Beantown. For Rob Spiewak and Oscar Santana, Mike O'Mara saying so long, everybody.
Buy the fruit cake.
Ciao, ciao.
Want more? Make sure you check out the Mike O'Mara Bonus Show. Get it at MikeO'MaraShow.com.
I'm over here now. Mike O'Mara, Radio Entertainment.